Well, it's our first day, a very long day in Mexico City, and we've taken a walk this evening to the Palacio de Bellas Artes, the Palace of the Fine Arts, here in Mexico City. Good morning. How's the breakfast? How is it? Sorry, what is it?
Papaya, kiwi, pineapple, croissants, beautiful baguettes, beautiful bread sandwiches. Harvey's having, you're having a cappuccino out of a very fancy coffee machine. It's a beautiful breakfast.
Certainly not too crowded here, is it?
Today's Monday.
Oh, it's Monday morning.
Women and children are in the first two, remember?
Let's go in this one here. Going out after you.
Do you remember reading that women and children are in the
Yes,
first?
yes. Is that what you saw?
I think I saw it, I'm not sure. But I remember you telling me.
So we're getting off at the next stop, right? The next stop.
Yes, and then we're going to
Okay.
get on a blue and go 2 stops.
All right.
Do you want me to turn it?
That's all right. That's all right.
Don't keep taking pictures of people.
Ya lo vi.
The Metropolitan Cathedral is the oldest and the largest cathedral in all of Latin America. It was ordered by the conquistadors to be constructed atop the great Aztec temple, and in fact utilized stones from their temple to build this as a further statement of their domination. This gilded altar of the kings from the 18th century is the cathedral's chief artistic treasure. The cathedral, like all of Mexico City, is built on a former lake bed of clay and is sinking. Some areas of Mexico City are in fact sinking at a rate of about 15 inches per year. So if you want to walk rather than swim around Mexico City, don't wait too long to visit.
Y es en la
Marilyn's telling me to smile.
Ya les dije, ya saben eso.
We toast here, our little drink here.
a view of the Palacio Palacio de Bellas Artes.
By the way, we have taken these pictures from the 8th floor of the Sears building across from the palace. Nice to see respect for science. Descendere ad inferno.
For home.
What company?
Flexi, whatever.
Ah, the Flexi Roam for fancy kind? No,
Yeah.
I just used another SIM in Brazil because it's more cheap. Really, even more cheap. And the internet in Brazil is really good. Yes, it's really fast internet in Brazil.
Okay, so you
I went to a lot of places. Do you have an Instagram?
No. Are you Instagram?
Yes.
Seems like I should.
I've been a lot of places.
Do you want to?
Egypt.
Oh, you have Rome. Rome
This
is
is-
my favorite place.
Egypt. The
Yes.
Alps. So Vatican, Rome. Oh,
What is your favorite city?
I love Zandvoort in Netherlands, but Switzerland for me it's magic because it's the lake.
Yeah.
I went to one lake in Switzerland that I love it. I want to show you. I think it's this lake. I think for me this is it's really special for me because
Oh my gosh.
yes.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's
Somebody's
me.
taking your picture.
Yes, I asked for
Oh.
me it's pretty.
Breathtaking.
Yes, bread.
Is
So I don't know, a lot of places. Switzerland is for me. I went to Motorhorn. I like the cold. Mr. Harvey.
That's me. Guglielmo has a flight in a few hours to the Canadian Rockies, and as you can see, is carrying his luggage with him.
Vete, vete. Rápido, rápido.
¿El alcohol igual? Ahí vamos, hasta arriba. Vámonos a tomarnos una foto allá.
Así va a
So I'm at the base of the Pyramid of the Sun. What the? Caliente. I don't think I have the kahunas to try to walk up this thing. Do you see a light?
No.
Look at my new little toy. How are those apples?
I'm enjoying the air. Pretty sky today, isn't it?
I can't go to the Central del Norte is okay. But there you go directly to the place, you know. That's why I can transfer no problem. But I think I'm okay because I'm going to the east. But I'm planning to go to my place, you know, because I went there to my ranch. Came from my ranch.
Okay.
Just utilize the arm down. That's the only thing. And they kick you over. Just move. The thing is, when you're really good at it, they don't even touch you. Yeah, the thing is, they don't touch you.
Emerging from the Garibaldi Lagunia metro stop, we had a bit of a walk to get to the Plaza Garibaldi, which unfortunately was a disappointment.
Hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Said, hey honey, take a walk on the wild side.
This is a post office, the post office.
Carrera marble.
What is it really?
Carrera.
Marble.
Marble.
It's beautiful. What?
Neighbor, where are you from?
Florida.
States.
USA. I
Where-
live in USA,
Yes.
Where are you from?
Country.
Mexico.
And
I live
mean-
in Detroit.
Detroit.
Oh, Detroit. Yes.
And that time I is my I had the wife American woman, city woman, American. Before divorce,
Oh.
she go to California. I come back my country, finish.
Oh.
It's about 11 years to marry. Good person.
Nice man.
Good
Yeah.
person. It's very hard the weather in Detroit. Very cold.
Oh yes, Michigan. Yes, we now live in Florida.
It's very
A lot of
hot.
people from Michigan come to Florida when they retire.
Yeah, good place, but it's very cold. Very cold.
Yeah.
The person is good person. Good person. Those people is very amigos.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, friendly, warm.
No, it's typical to in this state. There are a lot Mexican. This a small person.
In Michigan, you mean?
No, a lot Mexican. Is
Well, not very few
the
Mexicans.
population is small.
In Michigan,
See,
Detroit.
Yes, it's
Yes.
very cold. The weather is difficult. The people.
It's too cold.
Yes. So
If this is your home, this weather's lovely. It's better than Florida.
if you stay in Mexico, it's necessary to go to the pyramids on Teotihuacan.
We just went there today, the pyramids. We went.
Yes?
Yes.
When?
Today.
Oh, beautiful place. And this place is another option to go to the museum and the Templo Mayor between the cathedral.
We didn't go in the museum, but we know.
Yes. It's
Can I-
necessary
can I-
to visit. This museum, the city, is necessary to for tomorrow. Open at 9 a.m. Go to visit the museum.
Oh.
It's about how cost. The cost is 70 pesos.
Can I
75
can I
pesos.
ask you? Can you recommend near here a place to eat dinner?
Eat.
Eat.
It's possible. The most famous the restaurant here in the downtown is museum at the Azulejos. It's como Thai special to the Spanish.
Thai?
in the fachada is oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't forget the principal view is I remember view is
Sears Tower.
So, what a long day we've had. We've met 3 fascinating people, haven't we?
On day 2 of our trip.
Yeah, well, let's toast to what we've done so far. Here we see the largest flag in Mexico, and we are back in the Zocalo and about to take a tour of the Palacio Nacional, including the famous murals by Diego de Rivera.
But you know, in the countryside, when the farmers find the worm, you know, when they find the worm inside, they take it off with a knife, obsidian knife.
Like this?
Yeah, and this big and this thick. And you know, they cook in a ceremony, so they eat it, but they hallucinate.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So, does that plant over there that you said was jelly, it has worms in it to make it
No.
dance?
Only this one to make it dance. Okay.
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 Yeah.
Our present is our future and our past. Okay?
Yeah.
This is the reason why we can see the symbols of the eagle on the cactus eating the snake, because the present is our past and also is our future. We never forget the eagle, the foundation of Mexico, the eagle on the cactus eating the snake, the connection with the earth and heaven. But also, we have the conquest, where we come from in the past. You know, the past to have a new creation, it was the conquer, necessary.
What are
And
the...
Hernan Cortez with the white horse. The white horse,
Yes?
the guy with the armor plate, Hernan Cortez, the conqueror, conquistador.
What are these animals? Are these fantasy animals
Yeah,
with
this-
the mouth open?
This is a fantasy animal. Mexican. We can see the people hanging on the trees. You know, we can see the people working in on the mines. You know, the Spaniards coming to America with the new species in animals: pig, cow, bull, horses. Hernan Cortez in the middle. The injustice in the slavery, you know, we share the slavery.
This rack of skulls is carved of stone and is visible in the ruins of the ancient great temple of the Aztecs, not far from the National Palace.
Boy, I am tired.
Oh, lovely. Okay, that would be nice. Thank you so much. Look at this cute.
Oh, these vegetarian hamburgers.
This is a real vegetarian.
They look like they'll hit the spot, don't they?
Absolutely, and my
Okay.
the beer is so cold.
All right, let's enjoy. That evening, we went to the Palacio de Bellas Artes, where we saw a performance of the acclaimed Ballet Folklorico, a fabulous presentation of ballet and music dealing with the two major interacting threads of Mexican culture, namely the indigenous and the Spanish. Marilyn loved the buffet at this hotel, the first one we stayed at for 5 nights in the historic district.
Puede verla, puede checarla sin compromiso alguno de venta. Es de gran utilidad en el hogar, para el trabajo, la oficina, en el taller, en el negocio.
The Niños Héroes Monument commemorates 6 teenagers who defended Chapultepec Castle against the Americans in 1847. This carriage, seemingly made for Cinderella, was on display in the Chapultepec Castle. Here we have a view from Chapultepec Castle up the Avenue of the Reforma, which is one of the major boulevards in Mexico City. Hello. In the Aztec language, the name Chapultepec means grasshopper hill. The Museum of Anthropology, located in Chapultepec Park, is the largest and most visited museum in the country of Mexico. Here we see a reconstruction of Lucy, who is presumably what our human ancestors looked like about 3.2 million years ago. A simulation of the skull of the Tong child, who lived about 2.5 million years ago. A reconstruction of Lucy's skeleton. The chronology of the peopling of ancient Mexico culminates with the Aztec exhibit. Over there. What is over there? The monolithic sunstone or Aztec calendar was carved in the early 1500s and is one of the highlights of the museum. We are now in Roma, and here is the fountain of Sybil, the goddess of fertility. It's an exact replica of the original in Madrid and was inaugurated in 1980. Colonia Roma is one of the trendy neighborhoods of the city. The statue of David in Roma's Plaza de Rio de Janeiro was erected in 1976 as part of the city's remodeling program. All right, we're here in the Plaza de Rio de Janeiro, and you're taking a rest. We thought this was a charming residential lane, which reminded me of the Mews in Greenwich Village. Well, these dogs are obviously well cared for. I know. It was a fruit drink from a stand like this that was to be our undoing.
I don't know. It's got all kinds of stuff.
Well, so here we are at the Marquis Reforma Hotel in Mexico City. We just checked in. What do you think so far?
Just checked in. We checked in a lot earlier
well,
and then
maybe.
walked for 4 miles to Roma.
No, we came in.
Came back.
No, we really checked in after that. We got our luggage and came in after that.
Well, we came in, dropped our luggage, and then now claimed our luggage and found our room. 4-star.
4-star or 5-star, this place? It's got a nice bathroom, you gotta admit that. That evening, we enjoyed some healthy and tasty tacos for dinner. Well, we just spent the night in the Marquis Reforma Hotel, a 5-star hotel, and I'm going to get some coffee.
¿Ya está listo? Claro, lo guardo.
Staying in a place like this makes me feel like I'm a contender, like I'm a somebody. I've got class. Although tomorrow morning I'm going to have a one-way ticket, one-way standby ticket to Palookaville. We have just arrived in the bohemian neighborhood of Coyoacan. The name in Aztec means place of the coyotes. That says coffee and ice cream over there. What do you think?
I thought you wanted something to eat.
Si no queda más operación, pollo, tranquilo por operación. La rica
Arriba. No, bueno, se llama Palmares. Sí, buena. Panadería y el pan está ahí. Buen pan, el que está de baker.
cuál se les cayó la botella.
Well, although we had nothing to do with the demise of Montezuma II and his Aztec Empire at the hands of Hernan Cortez, we nevertheless were afflicted with a powerful case of Montezuma's revenge. That night we were sick as dogs, or should I say, coyotes. The following day we managed to get a flight returning to Fort Lauderdale, and I ended up spending 2 days in the hospital on an IV drip for dehydration and antibiotics. Nevertheless, I do not regret this trip, and in fact am appreciative that in the short time I was there, I was able to appreciate some of the rich history, urban life, and grandeur of Mexico City. Thank you for watching.